from the
Hello, boils and ghouls. Welcome to a special interview episode of Dads from the Crypt. We have a very special guest. We have the Wizard Master himself,
That's
Ira
me.
Heiden.
Hey there.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for your coming on.
Absolutely, Jason.
All right. Let's talk some Dream Warriors. Let's get right into it. Tell me about the casting process.
All right. So we had the chance to meet up. I met with Annette Benson and kind of had a pre-meeting with her first to make sure I was okay. She liked me, and then they put me on tape. Then I came back and read, and then I came back and read again with Chuck, for Chuck Russell. And then I came back again and read for Chuck and Robert Shea, and then I got the job. It was a lengthy process, but one I would never ever forget or change up in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Tell me about, like, you're reading it and it's kind of a high concept. How you're imagining, like, were you like putting out your hands and doing, like, I think, did you bring a wizard cloak?
I didn't. I just wore my jeans and a t-shirt, and I just really focused on the fact that I loved Dungeons and Dragons. I was a big, big D&D fan and played a ton. So really just brought that skill level and mindset into the audition, and it was really pretty simple. It's like, okay, you're being attacked by the bog demon. Go ahead. No, you got to say the words. Let's do this the right way. So it was a great scene that was with Jennifer Rubin and Rodney Eastman, and then the great Lawrence Fishburne.
Right. And how old were you when you first started auditioning?
Good gosh, I was a mere 19 years old.
Okay. So you at least, did you watch the other Nightmare movies to get a feel for it?
I had watched the first one. I hadn't yet seen the second one. So I got to watch that a little later on. But yeah, the first one scared the hell out of me, Jason. I there was no way that I was going to be able to watch that thing with my friends with my eyes open. I literally had to. It was, Freddy was scary, man. And I mean, the fact that he gets you in your dreams. I mean,
and what about the first time you met Robert?
The first time I met Robert was not at any of the audition process. We had a read through of the script in Westwood here in Los Angeles, California. We all met on a Sunday and had brunch, and then afterwards walked over by this great theater called the Avco, where Chuck Russell's friend had an apartment. We all walked in there, and that's when I first got to meet Robert.
And, like, did he have like an aura? Were you intimidated, or was he just a friendly guy?
No, he was pretty friendly. I mean, very chatty, knows everything about everything, even back then. That was also the first time I got to meet Patricia Arquette. I had met Bradley Gregg. I knew him before the movie, and I got to meet Rodney Eastman, Ken Sagos, and Jennifer Rubin, and Penelope Sudrow at the auditions. So.
Okay, so they had you, like, do, like, group auditions too, to, like, get a feel for chemistry?
Well, no, I mean, I had just seen them in the room. Like, they were getting ready to read their parts. I read my part.
Cool. And so what was Robert like between takes? He's got all the makeup. He's in, like, Freddy mode. Does he, like, switch out of it? Does he stay in character?
He totally stays in character up until my death scene. When, I'm focusing on my first movie, my first death in a movie, and I'm really, really concentrating again, concentrating on that death scene. And, Robert is cracking jokes, Jason. And at this point, I can't take it. I'm like, Robert, why, he's like, hey, kid, did you hear that? What about? I'm like, no. He goes, hey, did you know that I just bought a house in Laguna Beach? I said, great. Yeah, I drive my convertible Mustang now. And I would go, I'm like, okay, great. I'm so happy for you, Robert. But right now, I really need to focus on the fact that you are about to kill me and I'm going to die.
Right. I mean, he's known for like improving some of the best lines
Oh, yeah,
for
clearly.
the film, but I imagine as a first time young actor, that's gotta be like, come on, dude, I'm trying to get through my scene.
Yeah, and on our scene, originally he was supposed to sing, but when you wake up, Will, it's back in the saddle again.
Mhm.
But I guess they ran into copyright issues, so they had to have him just say back in the saddle again.
Right. Now, have you I know the script went through many changes, from the original one that was written by Wes Craven to, the one rewritten by Chuck Russell,
And
um,
and Frank Darabont.
and Frank Darabont, correct. Did you ever read the original? And I know, like, originally there was supposed to be like a big, like, transformation scenes between the two of them, kind of like Sword in the Stone.
Yeah, I never had a chance to read that script. I'm sure it's still on the internet somewhere,
Yeah.
and I can probably pick it up and read it
Uh,
now.
yeah,
But
there was just a podcast about like best movies never made or like something like that. And
oh,
they
really?
went over like the whole script.
Right? Yeah. No, it was, dude. I mean, Jason, that was such a damn cool movie to be in.
Yeah.
And I mean, just I thought it was a great script. And you think about the fact that all these kids are thrown in a mental health institute because they think we're all sick. And
Mhm.
here we are trying not to sleep because we get to see that idiot in our dreams. I mean, it's tough.
Well, I think that's why, in my opinion, the Nightmare on Elm Street series has stayed so popular because it's about these kids and their fears, and they each have an issue that they're trying to work through on top of this maniac infiltrating the one place they can be safe is your dreams, and they want their parents to listen to them and help them.
Yeah.
But they're all dealing with their own thing as well.
Yep.
Um, what else? I like working with like Heather Langenkamp, and what else can you tell me about some of those, or some of the more complex effects?
Oh, Heather was great. She was like our team leader in a way,
Hmm.
because obviously she had been through it before with Freddie. Um, but it was great to work with her. And Patricia Arquette was wonderful. It was her first movie.
Hmm.
I got to again work with Lawrence Fishburne, who was in that movie called, what was it, Apocalypse Now or
Yeah,
something like
stuff
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Some small film.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just, I mean, it was a really cool cast. Um, and we each had our own powers and we each, brought our own magic to the table, so to speak. And even to this day, I'm still friends with everybody on that movie. As you know,
Mhm.
we're getting ready to do an event on Saturday. Um,
Mhm.
and it's amazing that our friendship is still here, and the fact that we get to go to these horror conventions. There is nothing like a horror fan. I mean, it's like family. It is hardcore, and it is a lot of fun, Jason.
Yeah, no, I love, like, we got to meet at a convention a couple months ago, and there's nothing like the community you feel at those places. Like,
Yep.
I was thinking about this. There's no like cowboy western conventions. There's no romantic comedy conventions,
Nope.
but though, but you have horror conventions of people coming together over their shared love of this product and wanting to be together and share their appreciation. It's a really powerful thing.
Yeah, it is, and it's kind of cool for the fan to grab a poster and go walk through the halls and meet and greet the guests and get them their signatures, and then you get to frame that poster, and it's kind of cool that that's around these days. And I mean, God, when I first started, when I did the movie, I had no idea the kind of fan base that it was going to have.
Mhm.
I had no idea that there was even any kind of thing called a horror convention. I guess I started doing these probably about 15 years ago is when it
Mhm.
really kind of started picking up. And yeah, it's amazing. I have a really cool poster, Jason. And I have John Saxon, the late great John Saxon, signed it. I also have Dawkin. I don't have Don Dawkin yet. I'm getting him on June 20th because he's coming to the Whiskey a Go Go, and I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
saw
sneak
that.
it. I'm gonna sneak it to sound check and get him to sign it. But I have Jeff Pilsen. I have George Lynch on it.
Mhm.
Um, and the only people I have Robert on there. He says, "Get back in the chair, kid." Um, I have Heather, and I got to get Chuck Russell, who I keep in touch with all the time. So it's just a matter of time that we'll grab lunch and
Oh,
have him
that's
sign it.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, my first ever horror convention, I know Ken Sogs was at. It's like one of the first. I was like, no, I was like too intimidated to talk to most people, but I was just went up to him and just chatted, and I was like, oh, you guys are people too. Imagine.
right. That's the amazing thing. Is like there are some people, some of the fans that are just like, "What's up? Oh my god, this is amazing!" And then there are some that are just like so shaky. They're like, they just can't believe that they're there, and that you're here signing this for them.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, it's a real so it takes me or a minute to get into the vibe of it and just kind of get over, everything and do it. But then once you are, it's really fun. And
Yeah,
oftentimes I'll like wait for tables to be more quiet and just go and chat with people.
that's kind of
Mm,
cool too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really enjoy doing that.
Lord
And
knows
just
I got a ton of stories.
yeah, oh yeah, exactly. Now were you able to sneak in anything extra into the script for you like the D&D stuff or
You
do you
know,
play it pretty straight?
Jason, this was my first movie. This was my
Mhm,
first film. So I didn't improvise. I didn't change it up. I didn't do anything like that. Like I said before, I just really brought in my knowledge for
mhm,
Dungeons and Dragons, and I when I was attacking Freddy, in the name of Lower Prince of L's Demon Be Gone, you know, I fully went for it. And what I feel the problem was, Jason, is I went at Freddy. I feel like the scene could have been a lot longer if I
yeah.
stayed back and just tried to attack him from where I'm at. But I got this newfound courage after blowing up that godforsaken 6 foot spiky wheelchair.
Oh, that thing's terrifying.
There were two of them on set. They had to blow up one, and the other one was like it was crazy. And yeah, so I wish I hadn't run at him. I wish I could have had a little bit of a chance to try to sink Freddy's ship, so to speak.
Right. And what about working with Chuck Russell?
Chuck was great. I felt like he was my dad. I just,
Mhm,
just listening to him and everything was just great. Really gave me great direction. And, I guess I wasn't doing much wrong because I didn't get a lot of notes. Um, so it was great. And he said that later on, he said that the editor who was editing said that the fan base is going to be pretty upset that they killed me off.
yeah, I mean, if there's any criticism, I mean, this is a fan favorite movie, but the fact that, you and Tara, leave us so quickly after making your really amazing transformations, like, we want
Yeah.
more.
And I
Like,
think still, they could have added a little more to like Bradley Gregg's character, maybe, in the
mhm. Oh,
beginning, the
yeah,
puppeteer.
yeah,
Maybe he had a chance to like, I don't know, make a puppet in his dream and have it
mhm,
attack Freddy and stuff like that. But and then poor Penelope Sudrow. She just wanted to be an actress.
right.
That
No,
that line was improvised
yeah,
by
yeah.
by Robert.
I mean, if I could have a wand and make, another movie, just allow me to be self-indulgent for a minute. But I would want like a new version of New Nightmare, but with all the actors from all the sequels coming together and
Yeah,
being, terrorized by Freddy, and having a chance to like redo it.
yeah. Yeah, that could be pretty cool, man. Well, you never know. Maybe there's something in the works.
All right. And were there any challenging effects? There's a lot of this is obviously the time of the practical. Everything was practical. You had to wait around for the lighting to be perfect and for the
Yeah,
tongue to shoot out correctly.
I mean, Jason, the only thing that was a bit scary for me in my death scene is I don't know if you know, but the third movie, the third Freddy glove was retractable.
Hmm.
And so one of the blades wasn't retracting, so they had to put a 2x4 over my heart. So Robert really had to hit his mark. That was pretty scary. Other than that, I remember that when we did have to do the when I had to do the zap for the Wizard Master stuff, they had sparks on the end of my tips,
Hmm.
and then that helped create later on the image of me, trying to blow up Freddy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, that's such an iconic scene.
Thank you.
Um, no, and what do you feel is the legacy of Dream Warriors? Why do you think people connect with it so strongly?
Again, it just, I think it still hits home to this day. We're all challenged with a lot of mental health issues.
Mhm,
There's a lot of stuff going on in this crazy world. And you need friends, you need
mm,
family, you need um people to talk to and to open up with. And so that's where I feel like this movie still is so relevant because of how we were as a team. The dream, it wasn't just the one warrior. We were warriors together, trying to beat the demon, which stands
mm.
true to this day. A lot of the young teenagers are trying to cope with a crazy world.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. Um, other than being a wizard master, if you could have any superpower, what would that be?
mm, I'd love to take flight, man. To
Ooh,
fly would be pretty cool.
that would be cool. Um, just gotta watch out for birds and other stuff flying
Yeah, and
by.
airplanes and
Yeah,
alien ships that are out there now. They're out there, Jason. You know that.
I believe it. All right, what else? Obviously, you've done plenty of other work. Is there what else are you proud of?
I'm proud of all my work, but to get to be directed by the late great Peter Bogdanovich was pretty awesome. To play Rob Lowe's brother,
Mm,
um, and on that movie, I met Kim Myers, and she was in Nightmare 2.
mhm.
Um,
Miss
Also,
Meryl Streep look-alike?
yep. And also to get to work with Steve Martin in Father the Bride with the hot dog bun scene where he wants 8 hot dogs and 8 hot dog buns, but you always get more buns than the hot dogs, which is really such a marketing scheme.
Yeah.
So to get to work with Steve Martin was pretty cool. Oh, wait, there's more. Cassandra Peterson,
Mm.
Elvira,
Oh,
Mistress
yeah.
of the Dark.
I love that movie.
She's literally my best friend. Pun intended. Um, Also, gosh, I voiced these mini Stay Puft characters in a movie
Mm, yeah,
called Ghostbusters Afterlife, which was a blast. And that was directed by Jason Reitman. Man, that was fun. So, there's a lot of work out there that I did that I had a lot of fun with. Alias, to get to work with Jennifer Gardner,
mhm.
Michael Vartan, Terry O'Quinn, the original stepfather. Um, Family Ties, I had a fun scene in Family Ties. A lot of 80s stuff, man.
Yeah, I'm a big Rob Lowe fan. Anything about him you wanna share?
Just a great dude, great guy. Um, yeah, I listen to his podcast literally,
Mhm.
which is great. I actually called in one day and answered. I was on the lowdown because I got to ask him a question about Peter Bogdanovich, which was really cool. Um, no, Rob is awesome, man. He never ages and he continues to work nonstop.
Yeah, yeah, my wife, downloaded his book that came out in the last year or so? The last couple years. So, I was listening to bits and pieces of that. Sounds like a really cool guy.
Cool.
Um, alright. Well, tell me about the event going on this weekend.
Yes, this coming near and close Saturday, March 14th is, and I came up with this line, A Nightmare on Melrose Street, uh, at Slasher World LA, which is going to be super cool. And you can see Jim Harris did the poster, which is really cool. Um, and yeah, it's going to be a meet and greet from 6 to 9. We got Brooke Thies coming in from Nightmare 4. We got Bradley Gregg coming in from Nightmare 3. We got Kim Myers coming in from Nightmare 2. Amanda Wiss from Nightmare 1. And Ken Sagos, who was in 3 and 4.
That's awesome. I'm sure tickets are going quickly, so people want to get them ahead of time.
That is for sure, especially the VIPs. For I think for $100, you get a signed poster with all our signatures on it. That's going fast. I think there's only 4 of those left.
And there's also pre-registration for photo ops.
Yes, registration for photo ops. And then there's going to be we'll have a meet and greet. We'll talk to people. Deandra Lazar is doing our moderation. And don't you just hate trucks that just back up and just continue to back up when you're trying to do a podcast? So Deandra Lazar is also doing our moderation. She's our moderator, and it's going to be a fun. It's going to go by so fast, man. 3 hours, but Dads from the Crypt will be there. It's also sponsored by Whiskey A Go Go and another Horror Nerds podcast. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't been to Slasher World. It's been on my to-do list. So have you been there physically yet?
Yeah, I've been there now twice. I went the first time to go check out the space and make sure it was cool. And then I went and did like a little bit of a promotion at Slasher World. Oh, nice. Hey, come to Slasher World LA on March 14th and see A Nightmare on Melrose Street. So that was cool. And I'm going to get there probably around 5:30, make sure everything's in place, and then let the fans in by 6.
That's awesome. Okay, so everyone, please get your tickets early to make sure you get your spot, get your photo ops, get your posters, one-of-a-kind posters. It's going to be a really cool event. Looking forward to meeting everybody. If you want to come, I'll give you a sticker. Maybe I'll let you stroke my beard. We'll see how many cocktails I have. But
you should definitely ask everyone who's their fan favorite in Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, I'll be taking videos of people telling me their favorite character, their favorite Freddy kill.
Cool.
I love doing those things, and people love seeing themselves,
Yep.
On the socials. So, Ira, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you this weekend. Everyone, go check it out. Tickets, you go to slasherworld.com.
Yes.
All right.
Slasherworldla.com, actually.
Slasherworld LA.
Yes.
And also, Ira, what's your socials?
I am at the real Ira Heiden, REEL Ira Heiden. See what I did there? Because I'm in film. There's that, and there's also the real Ira Heiden on Facebook as well.
Awesome. And then do you have any projects or anything you want to throw out that you have coming up?
Why, it's funny that you asked that, Jason. I'll be in a movie with Lou Diamond Phillips called Keep Quiet. That should be out around June. And there's a movie called Catnip, a horror movie with Chevy Chase, Joey Lauren Adams. I play Bruce Dern's son in that. So that'll be out in Christmas time.
Awesome. All right. Again, thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing you. I hope to see everyone else there. And what do you always tell us?
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep, especially on this event.
All right. Well, I thank everyone for listening to Dads from the Crypt.
Follow Dads from the Crypt on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or I will follow you to the grave. No, seriously, you really should watch. But be careful what you ask for. You may get it.